goes live, it may take 5 seconds. We are live. Hi, everybody. We are live. And let me get the... I gotta find the right mouse and get it in the post. Yes, I do. And put the post up. Okay. Turn that volume off. Grab this link. Wave hi to the people that are watching me. Maybe. I don't know. Okay. I think it's posted.
Okay, I'm on your post now, and I'm looking.
I don't see. Oh, there it is. It's there.
Okay, sweet. I see.
Yeah, with me looking very confused, which is a lovely picture to have. Don't I look totally like what? And actually, this really dark picture. I gotta turn a light on. Okay. That doesn't help, I don't think. But that's what we got. We got what we got. So, hi everybody.
Okay.
This is, and that's the wrong mouse. We'll get there. We'll get there. Okay.
B6 delay or something like that.
Is there really on the thing?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so I have to look here. Hi. My name is Snook, and today we are going to do a mini telethon to try to raise money and awareness for the Spunkee Monkee application on the Steam that is being built on the Steam blockchain. And with me is Jack Miller, who is a witness on the Steam blockchain, and DreamSteam, who is the brains behind the app. So first, I want to talk...
Hello.
Hi. Don't sound so thrilled, Jack. So first, I want to ask Jack one question. What does it mean that an app is being built on top of the blockchain, the Steam blockchain?
Well, basically, it's an application like a web. Well, I'll use layman terms like a web page, which is hooked up to the Steam blockchain, meaning that every piece of information that goes on there is relayed to the Steam blockchain, and the code, programming code that's on the Steam blockchain by which the Steam blockchain operates can be utilized, in this case, to earn crypto tokens, mainly Steam tokens, the best token in the world, if you ask me, and I'm not biased. And then there's Steam-backed dollars, SBD, which is going to be the most utilized token in the world when it comes to merchants out there, stores and so on, because we're going to hopefully one day make it peg to the US dollar. It will be so versatile that it might even replace the US dollar. That's just my personal opinion. And again, I'm not biased. So basically what we got is a web page which is hooked up to a Steam blockchain, which is a series of computers which records all the data, and it's permanent, it's transparent, it's open and it's public, and people can earn crypto tokens, quotation marks, money,
right,
via that, and that's about it. Just to put it as simple as possible, that's about it.
Okay. And then DreamSteam, you are the brains behind the Spunkee Monkee. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So, it's a game. First and foremost, it's a game. But I like to call it the anti-game game.
I like that.
It's kind of like when you get your kids to, eat their vegetables by pouring cheese sauce all over it.
Yeah, yeah.
So
it's a family game.
Yes, it is a family thing, and the kids have family accounts, so there's no problem with the terms of service with Steam It, because they have you're supposed to be over 13 to have a Steam It account. So the
Oh,
parents are actually, signing up a family account
okay.
and monitoring all the activity with the. And then yesterday, Luke Stokes asked a great question. He went to our site and is considering putting his kids in as
Yay.
Spunkee Monk. And so he said, "How does this work? How do we get to do these things through the app?" So we have 5 tasks that they do each day, and it is through service, helping their environment,
Ooh.
thinking about their future career, sharpening up their talents, and taking care of their health and hygiene. And so he wanted to know, how is an app going to actually help us do this?
Right, which is
So
a
the
good
clue
question.
is, it's sorry, I might have a lag. So if you start talking, go ahead and keep talking over me, and I'll hear you.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So how it works is the families actually determine the tasks of the day. They will tell us in a Monkee Master Agreement some of the things that they're going to be pushing for their kids to do in, health and hygiene and habits and talents and hobbies. And so if the child, plays violin, then okay, they're going to be, practicing their violin for 20 minutes a day, or they're going to be practicing their painting for, maybe do a painting once a week or something. So it's very individualized to the actual child. And all we do is support that. We don't, make judgment calls on it. We
Right,
don't, because I'm sure, as this spreads, there's going to be kids with developmental abilities
right,
and different restrictions. And so we take what the parents say as their level and
right,
what they're pushing towards, and then we support that. So it's very much a family supported app that is encouraging parents and kids to do this together. And then once they get their points for the day, then they can go onto the treasure map portion of the website, and then they basically just say what the coordinates are that they want to choose from the map, and then the map will tell them if there's a prize underneath that or not. And we have a bunch of Monkee pals that will be commenting and reviewing their posts and awarding their points. So it's a big operation, but it's a fun operation, and it worked really well for the alpha test. I think with the beta test being even more less manual, the commenting will still be manual, but all of the other things will be, through the program. That will make it easier for us to spend more time encouraging the kids. So I'm super excited for it.
right. Now, because you had people from Steam that you knew that were helping you do all this, right?
Yeah. So for the, do you mean the alpha monkeys, or do you mean the people behind the scenes on the team?
The people behind the scenes on the team.
Yeah. So one of our alpha monkeys, his dad is a developer, and so when he heard about this, he was like, "I need to be a part of this. This is awesome.
Neat.
Let me help." So his name is Wise Arch, with a Z instead of an X, and he's the one that's building our entire site for us. So this weekend, he's hoping to have some more things to show me. It's pretty much been like a daily thing where he surprises me a little bit more each day.
Oh, that's
We've been
great.
getting some consultation with Asgarth, who's the developer behind Steam Peak, and then Jim
Oh,
Ramone is our art designer, and he's been behind the scenes doing all of our amazing accessories for the monkeys, and all of the awesome Lucy. He's designed a beautiful T-shirt. I mean, this T-shirt is so cool. So there's like a bunch of stuff going into it that's just really fun.
so you really are pulling like the cream of the crop to help you. Are excited about this. The cream of the crop, meaning on Steam, are
Yeah.
really coming in because they love the project and really want to help you see it succeed.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it seems like. It seems like every time that I turn around, there's somebody else that's, in my DM or with a surprise for me, or, a delegation, or Agro. I was on his show before the alpha test was featured, and I showed up at his show at the last, he gave me a few minutes.
Right.
He thought that what I had was just kind of an idea. At the end of the show, he ended up saying, I didn't realize this was an actual app, like getting ready to launch. Come back to another show and I'll have you on for 15 minutes. Well, 15 minutes turned into 75 minutes, and we just had the best time. And then he ended up just right there on the spot saying, okay, go look in your wallet. I just delegated 5,000 SP to you.
Oh my gosh.
So
oh, great.
Yeah, it's been one of those things where when people hear about it, they get really excited and they want to be a part of it. So I love it. I feel like we have something really special here.
I
agree.
The
awesome part is it's going to be amazing for families, and it's going to be incredible for kids and their future. It's going to be, I think, just life-changing for a lot of STEAMians, because I think it's really going to change the platform. I think it's going to start bringing in, more people, kind of like Steam Monsters did, and excitement. And I hope it starts to boost our morale a little bit, seeing that we're having fun.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
I think we all need...
all around, I think it's winning.
Yeah, I think we all, with the price of Steam being down as it has been, I know for a lot of people are getting really depressed. And I was told yesterday that this is like the worst time of year to try to raise money because it's the first quarter.
Yeah.
And
true.
And here we are. Now, if somebody doesn't have, okay, so what are the different ways they can help you out? Now, if somebody just wants to delegate, because that's all they can do, would they delegate to the Spunkee Monkee account, or would they delegate to you?
No, if they're going to delegate, they would delegate to the Spunkee Monkee account, because that's where we're going to be giving upvotes to the kids.
Okay.
If they, what's happening on Fundition is I had the bigger reputation and more people knew me, and I had more followers. So it didn't make sense to try to do that through Spunkee Monkee. That would have a very limited reach. So when I talked to Pensif and I told him why I was doing it through Dreamsteam, and it didn't really matter because I'm the person behind, Dreamsteam. I'm the person behind Spunkee Monkee.
Right.
And, so he was like, no, it should be fine. And so what will happen is when all is said and done, right before the beta test, I will just go through, all of the Fundition and see what was supported through Fundition and the Kickstarter, and I'll apply it all to Spunkee Monkee. It's not like Dreamsteam is going to become like a whale here because of
okay. So basically you just move the delegations or the SPD or whatever you got over to Spunkee Monkee.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So all of the liquid stuff that has been donated will go directly to, just as a one-time, gift to Spunkee Monkee, just, putting it in there.
Right.
And then all of the delegations that have happened that are with me, I will just take my own, SP and delegate that same amount to Spunkee Monkee.
Okay. All right. And then, then there's the Fundition. Now, what do you, that is actually giving, do you still want people to do the Fundition?
Oh, yeah, because, I mean, Fundition, we don't lose it. So that's the awesome thing about Fundition.
Okay.
Whatever is given is given. With Kickstarter, it's a little bit trickier because, if we make, our goal is 10,000. If on the last second we have $9,975, we lose the whole thing. Everything gets reverted back to the backers if we don't make that goal.
Okay.
So it's important, to have the Fundition, but I'd say right now with the push for the beta, the Kickstarter might be like the bigger issue so that we can actually keep that money and apply it to the program.
Right. And it sounds like the app is being worked on, so you really actually it's going to be used right away for the app.
Oh, yeah. Come February 1st, Lord willing here,
Yeah.
February 1st, we will have a complete, no matter what happens, even if the site is not complete, we can always use some more manual aspects of it that we did in the alpha. So no matter what, the kids are going to start playing on February 1st. It's just, the more money we raise, the better it looks. But it's still beta, so we have some flexibility here. It doesn't have to be like the full version yet. But yeah, it's just, for me, I think, obviously the more money we raise, the better prizes that we have. And that's going to make it super fun for kids.
Right. And another question that was put towards me is that there's a lot of apps or D-apps that are out there that people start and then stop and the money never gets returned or whatever. So people are kind of shy about giving money towards something because it might just go away.
Sure. Right.
Now, what you're saying, though, is that no matter what, you're going ahead with this.
Yep.
This is...
Yep. No matter what.
You feel that strongly...
It's not just me that feels that way. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, the team that we have is so passionate about what we're doing that they've already basically told me, look, we're not stopping, so we're going to go for it, and we hope that we get paid. We're so passionate about this that we want to keep doing it. And that really, I mean, to hear that from the team, I mean, I know that's my heart, but this is my baby. Of course I'm going to do it,
Right.
To have somebody else kind of come in and have that same vision and that same passion and that same commitment and dedication, I mean, I just immediately felt the pressure kind of like, okay, good. Like, yes, we're going to keep going with this.
Yeah.
But again, for me, it's all about making something awesome for kids. And I know how kids' minds work. I have worked with them for over 25 years.
Okay.
And, it's all about fun for them. They don't know that the good habits are being planted in their heart, until it's already there. So for them, making an awesome experience is, my number one. Well, I shouldn't say my number one goal. My number one goal is really to impact their lives. But like right up against that is making it fun to impact their lives. I think that's what makes a really special program.
If you don't make something fun, because the range is 8 to 14.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, that's the age where, you get bored easily, especially nowadays in the world. Right. The way everything is, that 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 2 seconds, and then they're changing to something else.
Right.
Yep. This, and what I really love about it is that it's not something that the parents are like, here, you go do this. This is like homework. The parents actually have to work with the kids to do everything. Yeah.
And that's what we were experiencing in the alpha test. There were a couple times when, a Monkee was sick or there was a holiday. We went over Thanksgiving, so there was school break and stuff like that. But they came, they were writing their posts and saying, even though I wasn't able to post, I still did all my Monkee, tasks. And I'm like, wow, like they're not even getting points for, the days before, but because they knew they weren't going to get onto their daily post. But they're like, Grandma and Grandpa were so surprised that I took out the trash without, being asked. And Mommy wasn't feeling good, so I brought her slippers and I made her like a little meal, and that was my service today. And I'm like, this is the reality of it. This is really what's happening. They're having fun, but little by little, they're seeing ways to be of service, to help their environment, to practice with joy when they're practicing their instruments. So those things really, it was like, that was kind of like the aha moment for me. Like, yes, this is going to work. This is going to work.
Well, and again, you had how many people in the alpha?
Only 4, because I was doing it all manually. And there were times when I was like, why did I do this manually? But that's what I had. That's all I had to do. And so I had committed to it and I wanted to do it well. So, and when I commented on their posts, it wasn't like, yay, you got your tokens and then go on to the next person. I was really invested in their lives and encouraging them. Yeah, like I wanted them, and then to hear back from their parents. There were some monkeys who were kind of shy in the beginning. So I'd be writing these big comments and then, I wouldn't hear from them until the next post. And then it was kind of shy. And I would email the parents and say, is everything going okay? And they'd say, you have no idea. When they get your comment, they are lighting up when they're reading it. I mean, they feel so proud that you're like reading their stuff. And I'm like, oh, thank God this is working.
Yeah. And I too, there was a lot of people that when the alpha was going on, there was a lot of adults that wanted to do it, correct?
Oh, yeah. And there still is. They keep asking me, can I please be a monkey? And I'm like, no, this is for the kids. But I keep telling them, go find a niece or a nephew, and then you could be a part of it with them.
Right. Here, I'm adopting you. I want to play that. I want to do Dream Students game.
I think, I'm not sure who said it.
Version,
well, yeah, that's...
Well, gorillas, just not monkeys, but gorillas,
Exactly. That's what a couple people were actually telling me, why don't you do something for an adult? And I'm like, we'll see. I mean, maybe it will develop into that, but right now I'm really focused on, on the kids. And, somebody had said, what about a rent-a-monkey program?
Can I rent a kid?
And I thought, you know what? I mean, here's the truth of it. You don't have to have a child that's part of it. You can easily come and invest a little bit of time a day just encouraging the monkeys by looking at the Spunkee Monkey tab. There'll be tons of posts that are there. Yeah. Any that catch your eye, you don't have to really be a part of it, but you can kind of be a part of it by, reading them and commenting them, maybe sending them a boost if something's really special. It really,
well, encouraging
to everybody being involved.
Encouraging. And I mean, that's what the STEAM blockchain is all about, is people coming together and helping each other when there is a need.
Right.
I mean, that to me is, well, what I got out of it and what I get out of it every day, is the support when you need it. And for people that are good and don't, try to steal something from behind your back. And, it just, that's to me what it's all about. I'm sure, yes, there are, bad sides to it, but you can stay in your own little world and it's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And with the parents in that doing it, there's such a disconnect. You go to a restaurant and you see, the kids on the phones and the parents on their phones and nobody's talking to each other, and it just drives me nuts. So,
yep, it's so true.
So this is
and that's the cool thing about it, is that it helps, because the 5 tasks are related in real life, and they're not related in, even with, I don't want to kind of talk badly about other, apps or anything. But I remember when Pokemon Go came out, everybody was supposed to be out there walking, but then they're walking with the phone in front of their face and then there were accidents happening and stuff. This is actually, you put your phone down,
right?
You put your app, and then you go do something. You go for a hike with the family. You read a book together, and then you come back and, then, at the very end of the day, you're writing a quick post and maybe crashing in your points. So it's not something that requires you to sit there in front of your, app. The fun happens outside of the app.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But then you're also learning, on top of it, though, you're also learning how to write.
Yep. And you get to learn little bits about the Steam blockchain. I mean,
Yeah.
when I first got on to Steam It, back in 2016, because it was Steam It.
It
I
was,
know
yeah.
we're switching to Steam now, but it was Steam It then. And I did not, I mean, everybody kept trying to explain it to me, and I kept thinking, I don't understand this. It's too abstract of a concept.
Right.
But every day when I posted, and then I started collecting my rewards, and then I saw how I was upvoting, and then I saw how I was draining my voting power, it was like, oh, now I get it. So this is a really kind of nice way to get your toes wet in the cryptocurrency world without even realizing that you're learning these things.
Right. Yeah. When I got here, I mean, I had two people that I knew really well to ask questions to, but they're not always right there, you know. And I mean, you'd be like, what is this? I don't understand. So I would just take one little piece at a time. And I'm still doing that.
Exactly.
There's still things that, I mean, if you ask me, that's why I asked Jack to be here, because I'm like, I can't answer the technical questions. I understand a lot of it in my head, but to actually answer a technical question about Steam, I'm not the right person to do that.
Well,
right.
just to jump in, what you were mentioning earlier, the beauty of it here is because it's on the Steam blockchain, it's all transparent to the entire world. It's open. It's actually open. It's online. It's public, and it's on so many different servers out there that even if one server goes down or two servers go down, it's guaranteed to be online 100% of the time. So all the data, all the information, everything that's being done is absolutely transparent. Anybody can check it out. So there's nothing questionable about it. And that's the great thing about it is, like, so if somebody invests money or if somebody does something to earn money, it's there. It's public. There's no secrets, you know. So it's not like a lot of these private companies out there where things are done under the table and so on. No, this is all public. It's all open and very transparent. So all those fears that people have about investing money in certain ICOs or God knows what, no, this is a blockchain that has been up and running for over 2 years now. It's absolutely fantastic. It's like I said, public, transparent. There's no fears there. There's no sweating at night time. Did I invest my money in the right thing, or did I do the right thing? Am I going to get my tokens or not? It's working. It's there. It's absolutely fantastic. 100% guaranteed to be enjoyable and rewarding at the same time.
Oh, I mean, Steam has totally changed my life. Just by meeting so many creative people, and yeah.
And, now this is part of it too. And I shared this on Pensiv's post, and he got really excited because he started sharing with me some of the people in the communities that he impacts through his $1 a day charity. And, one of the things that people really don't, I think some Steamians don't really even fully grasp it, but because it depends on where you're living, and you tend to have this very narrow-minded view of where you're living and how much Steam is worth to you.
Right.
But when you think about, how your vote means a completely different thing in a different country where the economy is really bad, And so when I think about Jim Ramones, who's, in Venezuela, and when I get to do, something with him, that really impacts his life in a powerful way. And I feel like, I told Pensive, so many times we get into this mentality of, oh, if I was a whale, I would do this. And if I was a whale, I would do that. And I don't think a lot of people on Steam realize that compared to some people in their economies, you actually are a whale. And your vote is actually like a whale vote to them.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
like,
yeah. Now,
that's one of the cool things about the service is that, we're trying to, this is probably not something that's going to come out in the beta, not the app portion anyway.
Right.
But we're linking up with our health and hygiene will be linked up with ActiveFit information, and the car hat has been awesome to help us with that. D-Tube, obviously, with Nathan Mars, he's talked about supporting all the, the monkeys that are using D-Tube. And then we have a new kind of concept that's coming out that's called Pen Pal. And it's basically going to be something we're going to be using for service. And it's going to be a way for monkeys to be able to go to a site, kind of like Fundition, where instead of looking at campaigns for like projects, you'll be looking at campaigns of monkeys for specific, items that they're in need of. And then monkeys could then go support those things with their points, with upvotes. So it'll be a way, when they're looking at the site, they're like, oh, this is my friend. It's not just this like abstract person. Oh, I think people in Venezuela need help. It's like my friend from Venezuela could really use this item, and I can actually use my monkey points to go towards that. So that makes it completely impact their heart in a different way,
That's just unreal.
So that's something we're super excited about.
I mean, so you've really covered, everything. All the bases. And you're still finding more things.
I think so.
But you're still finding more things just by talking and getting more people involved and the word out about it. You're adding, and it's all positive stuff, which in today's world, the positive stuff never gets out there. So that's why it was like, my life has been a little topsy-turvy, to say the least. But the this Kickstarter only has, 17 days left?
Yeah, 15, I think now.
It's okay. It's got 15 days left, and you still need almost $9,000.
Yeah.
And in the first, unfortunately, it was like in the first day, you got like $1,000 from different people, and then that was it. And unfortunately, out of sight, out of mind, and it's one of those things that it can't get lost. It shouldn't get lost. And and that's really what I'm trying to do. And you saw the picture of my work area, which is hilarious. I'll post it in the post later, because I'm like going through a tablet connected to this, connected to that, just to get it done. And my mom's like, okay, I'll be quiet for 2 hours or whatever, Because anything with family and parents working with their kids, it's just a lost thing. It really is. There's with all the technology, which is great, because if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have met you or Jack or Shadow's Pub or so many people. But yet, it also has the bad connotation when somebody goes to sit down at a table and they all pull their phones out, or I've seen people pull out laptops, small laptops, at a family dinner, and it's like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
Well, here's a piece of information that ties into all of that. You mentioned about the differences in wages out in the world, like, for example, Venezuela. The crazy part is statistics, and I'm not talking statistics like numbers which have been fiddled around with. The facts are there are over 80% of people on this earth living at under $10 or with under $10 a day.
Right.
Yeah.
And now, if we take into account that in that 80% is not included all these former Eastern Bloc countries where the wages officially on paper, the statistics given by their governments, state that they're earning like $50 or $30 or $40 per day, but then realize that a big chunk of that is taxes, and when you take those taxes away, they're actually earning under $10 a day, US, which really sounds crazy. And some of these countries are actually members of the European Union. The food prices, the the fuel prices, etc., are all European, fuel prices, but their wages are third world country wages. And when people take that into account, it's actually well over 80% of this world that is living on under $10 a day. Now, the beauty about the Steam blockchain is to have access to it and to actually earn money on it, you don't need a whole server or a mining rig like for Bitcoin or Ethereum. You just need a mobile phone, that is a cell phone, for the States, or a computer or a laptop. And the part that I find amazing is that many of these third world countries, these phone companies have literally handed out phones to people so that they can have access and use the phones and, spend money on phone bills. But again, they are hooked up to the internet. Most of these people that are in that under $10 a day thing have some very cheap phone service in their country, which is where the prices are adjusted to their standards, to their wages. But they do have access to a computer, which means the majority of these 80% of the poor people on this earth have access to the internet, and they can, just with that mobile phone or laptop or computer, desktop or whatever they have, hook up to the Spunkee, Monkee, to any other app or website that's hooked up to the Steam blockchain, and make the most of it. Earn themselves anywhere from a few cents to a few dollars to a few $100s per day, depending on what it is. So, we are offering the whole world change, believe it or not. It's crazy. What I've just said sounds unbelievable. People can't fathom this.
But it's very true.
Country people just cannot fathom what I've just said. But they are the facts. They are the cold, hard facts about, and that is the reality of our life on this planet. We are offering something to children in third world countries via Spunkee, Monkee, and via the Steam blockchain, which no other blockchain has been able to offer. No other, service, no other website has been able to offer this, what is being offered by Spunkee, Monkee in conjunction with the Steam blockchain.
Keep talking.
Had to get that out there. I just had to say it because it's so unbelievable. It sounds like one of those, get a free set of steak knives.
Right.
No,
but it's very true.
There's no free set of steak knives, but there is the opportunity to earn dollars via the Steam blockchain, to earn money.
And learn along the way.
Yeah.
I mean, that's.
I mean,
Go ahead, Dream.
I feel like, I've said that a few times too, and, kind of the tagline, and we want to change the world. And it's true. People are like, change the world. But it's like, but here's the thing. We already are changing the world because we have already impacted people, in amazing ways. Over Christmas, Crypto Piotr had 8 people that he was supporting from Venezuela, and a lot of people were involved. And I got personal messages from them telling them, because of your gift, we had a nice Christmas dinner on our table. Tell me that that's not changing the world. I mean, maybe it's changing, 8 people's lives, but you know what? As more people get involved and more people share and more people are impacted, that does start to have a ripple effect. And that is how it starts, one at a time. So I completely agree with Jack. I wish people understood. I think, the name cryptocurrency, because it's crypto, it sounds mysterious and somehow criminal or something, and people kind of veer away from that. But I wish they could see the good things that are happening with it, and I hope that Spunkee Monkee gets to be one of those projects that says, hey, this is what's happening, and it's happening with crypto.
Well, that's the whole thing. I mean, especially that's where too people want to promote Steam to the moon and all this stuff. And here's this app that's family orientated, that's all good, that has all these good people behind it. To me, it's like a no-brainer. It's like, why would you not support something that has foundations behind it? The list goes on of very well-known, stable people are behind it and supporting it. And you have the data that goes with it to support that it is a good project. You've been here almost 2 years?
Yep.
So
over 2 years now. Yep.
So you're not going anywhere. I mean,
Right.
it's not like you're going to take the $10,000 and go, see you later. So, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
You've been here for 2 years, and you are part of the STEAM blockchain, plain and simple. Whether you want to be or not, you are. And so the people that are like, well, but, fly by night, that kind of thing, that might get a little scared about putting a large amounts of money towards something, in this situation with the people that are backing you and your reputation, which is only good, it's very hard to come up with negative things to say about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
I do.
When I got the question about, about people leaving with the money and never seeing it, I'm like, well, thank you for being honest, because I'd rather have an honest answer than not. But yet I'm like, but it's Dream, and it's, and all these, but they don't know that. So can you go through again who is all actually outwardly that you can say supporting this project?
Sure. Well, right off the bat, we launched on Fundition. CrowdMind has the two people who started that are from Curie. So that's kind of a, not a direct connection, but an indirect connection. Agrode, who is, I believe, the #2 witness on our platform. So you can only go up one more, and then he's the top one. He has been very supportive. And so it's just Paula G, who is half of the STEAM community witness with ABH 12345. And actually ABH 12345 just started following us after the last State of STEAM show where I got to speak.
Okay.
And then a few other witnesses actually just started following. Stokes just started following me yesterday. And then there was another one, of course, I can't remember off the bat, but Surpassing Google, of course, he's been extremely supportive. He's been quiet, but I've been supporting him. He's been supporting me. We're pretty.
You guys are really tight.
Yeah, we're good friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and those are just like witnesses. Then you have people that are in the community leaders. I'm sorry, Witty, Engine Witty is also, and Shadows Pub. I mean, from the beginning of, I had to leave for a portion of time during 2017, and I came back. And when I came back, I linked up with Shadows through PYPT, scared little rabbit in the corner that I was.
Yeah.
And little by little, she just kind of pulled me out. And before, I knew it, she's become like a mentor and a mom to me. And she's
really good at that, isn't
are
she?
Looking for people in the community that are like, kind of, you just think of STEAM when you think of them, that's her.
Oh, yeah.
And she's been extremely supportive of this.
And she's going to be yelling at you for saying that. If people want to
look at my track record, they could see Welcome Wagon, that's been since April we started, and we're still growing strong. And our team there is very strong. Me and Bluefin Studios, Evening Art, and Sappy Sarah.
Do you want to tell a little bit about?
Another one.
Do you want to tell a little bit about what Welcome Wagon? You want to tell a little bit about what Welcome Wagon is?
Yeah. So Welcome Wagon was born at the end of a witness chat in April. April 21st was our birthday, actually, at Shadows Pub's witness. And there was a lot of talk going on in there that was, talking about problems and not necessarily coming up with like real solutions. It was the first one, so it was definitely a little bit more heated than it is right now. Now it's a lot more cooperation.
Right.
Then it was a lot of like finger pointing.
It was. I was there.
Yeah, it was heated. I definitely remember it was heated. And so I remember saying, okay, but what are we doing to actually help? Like, these are the issues But I think to put all of the issues on the heads of brand newbies is kind of unrealistic. Like, we need to be helping them. And so by the end of that, I had 10 people who basically said, if you're going to start this, you know, I'll support you. And you were one of them. I met Jack the first day, I think, there. And so we just kind of started simple. Let's form a team and let's find newbies that look like they are here for the right reasons. They're engaging in comments, and let's train them. So we have a 7-day training program where it's very intense. It's pretty much constant DMing for 7 days. So it's four mentors on one trainee. That's the kind of training that we need to have because we want to be there at all times for them. So it's me and Bluefin and Evening Art and Safi Sarah. So we kind of span the globe. So we're always kind of, you know, available.
Someone's around, yeah.
And then at the end of the week, they graduate and they can stay in our server, or they can find a place that, you know, is kind of where they're feeling like they found a family.
Yeah.
Everybody ends up staying with our server.
I was just gonna say, has anybody left? I don't think anybody's left.
Yeah, I don't think, I mean, we've had a few that have left Steam altogether because of like tragedies in their life or major, you know, things in their life that have pulled them away. But I think maybe we've had 2 people that didn't fit that mold that have just kind of like walked away.
Yeah.
But I think our retention rate is like around 75%.
Yeah,
and
which is huge.
Retention rate is like 9%. So.
Right. It's huge. It's huge. But it shows you what communities can do. The good communities.
Right.
And helping communities can do on Steam to get people to stay. And Cross Country Travelers has their Have You Met and gone out, and now you have the Spunkee Monkee, which is going to be making people form a Spunkee Monkee community, really.
Yeah, exactly. It's true. It's going to be a community.
Yeah. And with kids and families, it's going to end up being a really tight-knit community.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you have a lot in common. Now, you said you wanted to give something away or do something?
I did. Mm-hmm.
What do you want to... Whatever you want to do.
We can either do SBI, or we can do digital accessory. So we have some people in here that are not monkeys, but what they can do is they can give it away to a monkey if they like. Ooh. Or since we have a lot of people in here that are not monkeys, we could do SBI.
Okay.
What do you think? What should we do?
Well, what do you want to do? I don't care.
How about we start off with the SBI?
I think that's probably a good idea.
I'll do 10 SBI.
Ooh.
And the question will be in the chat. So everybody who's willing or wanting to be a part of it, go ahead and just say like here. And I'll give it to, you know, Foundation. I know you're like an organization, but I can send, you know, Foundation some SBI too. So everybody's involved.
Okay, so we have Sarah
right
Olson.
Here, if you're here, maybe just like say hi or something. Okay.
And we have Gray.
Too. I see Sarah. And then I think everybody else is just fake news again.
And then actually,
so then
Carpati, she was here but had to go to bed. She lives in India.
Yeah, I know. She was DMing me and she's like, I'm sorry. I'm like, oh, I'm doing the giveaway now. I'm so sorry I missed you. But it's okay because she's a monkey mom.
Oh, is she?
Okay. She's probably going to, yeah. She was actually the one, we did you remember the dance contest.
Oh, that's right.
She's the one, her family won because they had this like full on choreographed thing. With four of them dancing all around the house. It was awesome.
It was. She is great. She is just absolutely great.
She is amazing. Okay, there you go. Shadows is still here. Okay, so
She's
here's the
not fake
question.
newsing.
And then whoever writes the answer in first will get 10 SBI. So we have 5 areas where we have the kids. We have 5 areas that we have kids focus on for the app. One is service. The second one is health and hygiene. The third one is hobbies and talents. The fourth one is future career. What's the fifth one?
Oh, I know.
Now you're going to have to all...
I know.
Well, type it in there. You can win.
Well, is it saying mom like in 16 different syllables? Yeah, mom, 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 mom.
Mom. That's my ring answer for my husband's phone when I call him.
Really? Is it that hard? Okay, so let me say it again. There's 5. So the first one is service, health and hygiene, hobbies and talents, future career. What's the last one? Come on. Then you can type it in there.
Environment.
Yep. That's it. 10 SBI goes to you. Yay! I know, it's your thing. I was going to say that, but then I thought, no, that's not fair. I can't give him a hint. So, yep. Okay, we'll do another giveaway a little bit later.
All right.
It'll be fun if more people show up, but that's okay.
Well, we've been on the air for 51 minutes and 26 seconds.
Oh my gosh. We did it.
We did, and we haven't had to play Hangman once. But what is that? Keep talking. I have the chat on here. Oh. Learn something new every day about my $8 program I bought 4 months ago that I never used. That's very fun.
Sure. Bluefin, we mentioned them earlier on, but you can mention them again. Go for it.
Can I mention? Yes, you can. Does he want to get on and talk? He can get on and talk. We can add him to. Can you add him to the group? He's not my friend, I don't think.
Yeah, I can add him. Hold on.
All right.
Where is it? Here it is.
Because then I could go to the little girls' room.
Yeah.
So we could have Bluefin and Jack talk a little bit.
Sure. Okay, Bluefin, you've been added to the chat if you want to come on and talk. Shadows, do you want to? Safi, you can too.
Yeah. The more the merrier.
Yes. Those are the... Okay, I'll add shadows too.
Yeah.
Let's see. So just when you get in there, just join the call.
Join the call.
And then you can... Yeah. And then let me add Safi too.
Yeah.
Safi.
And then there'll
Safi,
be...
I'm adding you too if you want to talk.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. Okay, you guys start talking, and I will be right back.
Yes, we mentioned the dev and the digital artist before in the beginning. Safi, just join. I just added you into the DM. So if you click on the bottom and you join, it should say. Yeah, I see you guys in there. All you have to do.
I just typed out the Wisearch, the developer, and Jim Ramones in case others were interested in getting in touch with them about either development or some digital artwork.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I mentioned it in the chat in there, just so that people
Yeah.
could understand who. I had
Yeah,
heard
it's
you
good to see
mention
their
it
name
earlier.
too. Yeah, well, I did, but I didn't type it out, so that's good that they can see their names too. And Wise Arch is, like I said, he is one of our monkeys. He's the monkey dad, actually. So he's just starting out. He joined Steam a while ago and then didn't really, he kind of sat on the sidelines waiting. So this has been his debut. And so he's really excited that, you know, this gets to be his debut. And Jim Ramones has been doing stuff on the chain for a long time. He talks about Jack Miller all the time and talks about how that was, I think, his very first, you know, banner that he had made, or logo. I think he made the logo. And
you name it. He did it all.
Yeah, he's just incredible. And every time, you know, I mention his name, people were like, oh yeah, he's great. He's done this for me or that for me. But he's just so fun to work with, you know. They both love this project and they both see such potential in this project. So it's like really awesome to have that kind of support, you know, on a team that we're all doing this. And every time we collaborate on something, we come back and we're like, oh, we're a great team. We're such a great team together. He's designed, like I said, the t-shirt, and the t-shirt, I wanted it to be a t-shirt that wouldn't be like, you know, a walking billboard, you know, that just kind of looked like the plain, you know, white with the logo right in the middle or the logo on the lapel. I wanted something a little bit more dynamic, and it looks amazing. It's so cool. It looks like a t-shirt that you'd actually want, you know, to wear someplace and not, you know, not just at home in your jeans or something. So
do only monkeys get them? The t-shirt?
So it depends. We're obviously that a lot of things just depend on how much money we raise. But because of Pensif, again, with another connection that he has sent us a company in Venezuela that is on vacation right now, so we haven't gotten pricing. But again, it would be so awesome to be able to give them business and, you know, let us get t-shirts. And
right.
So if the price is right, and I have the money, then yeah, I'd love to give the t-shirts to all of them. If not, and I can only get a, you know, limited amount, I'll probably do contests for them, to, you know, I don't know, I'll probably like reveal something as an update and go, here's our t-shirts, and try to do maybe some fundraising with them or something. But it's a pretty cool t-shirt.
That's really neat. That is really neat.
All right, you sold me. I'm going to send you 100 Steam just for being so... There you go.
Jack, you're awesome.
Yeah, my wife thinks so too when I shut up and away.
I'm so excited that she's going to have 2 pens coming to her house.
I know.
I made 2 pens for Jack specifically so that he would have one and his wife wouldn't steal his.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's just going to steal both of them now. So
that's hilarious.
Well,
I tried, Jack.
What's hers is hers. What's mine is hers, and what's hers is hers. That's how it works.
Well,
exactly.
Yeah.
That is. Happy wife, happy life.
That's right. I mean, you can't ask for more than that.
She might let you use it every once in a while.
Oh, I know.
I should put another charm on there that says, this is Jack.
Jack's pen.
Please don't do that.
Yeah. You're like, please don't make trouble for me. Oh, funny.
Oh, funny. So,
anyway.
Did we raise any money on the foundation today?
Yeah, the foundation went up today.
Okay.
Did it?
Yeah.
I think so.
That's awesome.
It looks like it went up like $11.
Yay.
Stand back.
We're getting so close to 1,700. I'm not stressed yet. I talked to the marketing team, so we hired our marketing team.
Okay.
Because I knew, I'm not a very good salesperson. I am passionate about things that I'm passionate about, but when it comes to
asking for money,
being a salesperson, yeah, I'm horrible at it. And so even when there have been other, projects that we've had, and I'd be like there at my booth, and people would be coming and going, "This is the most incredible idea! Oh my gosh, I love it! Oh, I can see this here, and oh, I can, blah blah." And me and my daughter would be at the booth just knowing, like, "Yay, we had a sale!" And then they'd go, "Well, have a nice day."
Whoa!
We're like, "No, didn't you like it?" They're like, "Oh yeah, it's amazing, but I don't have $10 on me or something." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I don't have the personality to seal the deal."
Yeah.
So I knew that I was going to need a marketing team that was a little bit more aggressive, and so I've been talking to them, and so I was like, "Should I be worried?" And they said, "No, not yet. It's doing fine-ish."
Ish.
But we're gonna do a few different things this weekend. We're gonna, whatever. All their marketing things they're gonna do differently. So,
Okay.
Well,
I guess I'll probably start getting. No, I'll probably start getting nervous. 5 days left to go, and we're at like 1,750. Then I'll be like, "Oh no, this is bad." But
For the Kickstarter.
My turn.
Your turn.
My hands up. I'm waiting my turn.
Your turn.
Thank you, Mrs. Snook. Let's look at things in perspective here. When you say $10,000, that's like a lot of money. But then let's look at other projects which are not even remotely close to this one. In reality,
yeah, it's true.
They cost anywhere between $50,000 to $1 million, $50,000 to all the way up to $250,000, $300,000, and yet you've managed to get all these people helping you and being, literally supportive and doing things. Well, dare I say, for free? Like they just want to help out.
Yeah,
and this is this is the first project for the Steam, on a blockchain. Well, on the Steam blockchain, definitely, which is for the family. To include, to get the family together, to reunite, to rekindle those family values of parents and children doing things together and not having the kids on one side of the house playing on their damn computers or on their mobile phones and whinging at each other. You're saying, get off the phone, I need some more bandwidth, or I can't get on the game here because of you and stuff like that. And no, this is actually doing things which are productive, which are, actually positive. And then when you say $10,000, it's like, wait a minute, programmers cost anywhere from $50 to $100 per hour, which is realistic pricing. And then add on, then let's look at another thing, a server. Once you get a couple hundred people on board, if a couple hundred kids, what's a couple hundred kids when we're talking international society all over the world using the internet? I mean, there's no difference. It can be a child from Venezuela, it can be a child from Germany, a child from Russia, a child from the USA, from Canada, from Australia, anywhere, even from New Zealand, it's like anywhere from, you name it. It can be from anywhere on this planet. And you're going to need a server, which is, anywhere from $50 to $100 a month. And you're going to need someone to maintain that server. It's not like it's not like it just magically happens by itself. So realistically speaking, $10,000 is like
nothing.
Not much. It's petty cash in reality. But yet, due to the enthusiasm of all these people that are helping out, all these Stevians who know Dream Steam has been around. She's energetic. She's enthusiastic. She's got she's loyal to Steam and she's loyal to this whole entire endeavor of helping the world out. You're getting all these people jumping on board and helping out and doing things from the goodness of their heart, knowing that this is going to be helping kids all over the world, families all over the world. And like I said, a few dollars a day might not sound like much, but when you think that people, over 80% of the world is actually living on less than $10 a day, this project can change a lot of lives for a lot of children / a lot of families, and help unite the bond and help bond parents and their children in ways which have been lost due to technology. You're actually using the technology to rekindle what technology sort of like caused to make that separation. So you're helping. How can I put this? You're bringing back what was partially lost, more so in the Western world, but also all over the world due to technology. You're fixing what was broke, and I mean, geez, I mean, you deserve a Nobel Prize for that. Simple as that.
Hey, Jack, so what I just found out is that not only is this the first app on the Steam blockchain that's focusing on like family and children, specifically targeting them, because obviously, you know, Steam Monsters has a lot of kids too, but this one is it's not just, you know, for kids, it's for adults too. This one is specifically focusing on children and families, but this is also the first one that is a female-driven Steam-based app. So I was like, whoa, I didn't know that. Like, that makes me feel super proud, you know, to be able to kind of like, you know, be in like the boys club and to be able to like hold my own, you know, that's just really awesome to me. Because it's hard to, you know, it's hard to, I mean, I'm not one of the people that are like, oh, we have so much against us. Like, I feel like if you have an idea, go for it. Doesn't matter if you're like male or female, whatever, go for it.
Right.
But I think a lot of people do tend to feel intimidated because, you know,
it's a pretty big boys club
as women, you know, like, oh, it's a mentality, you know, and it's hard to break out of that, you know, that mentality of thinking that you can. And I really didn't even think about it. It was just brought to my attention yesterday, and I'm like, whoa, that's cool. Like, I get to be the first on 2 levels, and it's just awesome.
So is there anything you want to say about the Project Shadows? Mrs. Shadows? Or she's MIA? She's fake newsing it again.
Yeah, copy away from the keyboard.
Okay. Well, we'll wait till later. Jump in anytime.
I'm not. I had to come back and press the key in order to speak.
Oh, sorry about that.
Well, obviously, I love it because otherwise I wouldn't have wrote the post I wrote the other day.
By the way, that post was fantastic.
Wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so special. Oh my gosh.
So,
it was awesome.
Bluefin, do you think I should share the news I just got?
Yeah.
Please do. What's the news?
What's the news?
Yes, please do.
Well, as you know, I originally put the post up on Medium to promote it off the blockchain. And I just got a note from a guy that runs a publication on Medium called Noteworthy. And he wants that article up on Noteworthy. And apparently it's read by like 18,000 people.
Oh.
So yes, I've submitted it.
I swear. This is going to be so... Like, see?
It just keeps
I don't have a
going.
marketing team, but I already have a marketing team.
It just keeps going and going and going.
Yeah. Yep. And this is how it happens, you know? Community coming together, supporting it. And I honestly, I wouldn't get very far, you know, with an idea. If it's just an idea, and even when I put it into, you know, practice, it's like, you can only get so far, and then you need people that are going to come around and believe in you and support it and have fun with it, and it just makes me feel really, I mean...
Well, I think that's a part of Steam that people don't realize is that if you get involved with the communities, that it offers you so much more. And you can get in and help other people, and you don't even think twice about it. I mean, once I realized I could actually do live streaming on this, I was like, well... And I had, quite honestly, I had Shadow's post, which it's all there. and I had messaged her before I even contacted you and said, can I use that as a script, her post, because it was so well written. And she said, yes, I could. So then I had at least something to work with, but it ended up really neat that I figured out in like 3 a.m. that I could do this and we could all talk.
Right?
Yeah, it's a lot better than me just talking for 2 hours, believe me. So, believe me.
Oh.
No, you're not telling us that
I have another.
3 hours, are you?
Well, Dream said 10 minutes.
That's just because I'm so like, I just want to crawl into like, oh, let's go hide, guys. Let's hide. But we did it. We made it past the 10, and now we've officially made it past the hour.
Right.
So.
I figure we'll go another...
I have something else to...
another half hour, and so another 20 minutes, and then
Sure.
on that post
Yeah.
will be the playback of the live stream that we just did. So,
you know what? Maybe I could do for all the people who weren't like Carpe Diem had to leave before the giveaway. How about I do this? Yes, I have a good idea. So when you post that, then we can add in like a giveaway for anybody who will have a secret word. Okay, so here is the secret word.
Oh, who actually watches it till 1 minute and 10, 1 hour and 10 minutes in?
Yeah.
Can I get
Exactly.
Can we get the word? Can I get the word?
If they really want it. Yes, as long as it's a good word, Jack. Okay, that's it. That's the word. That's perfect. Okay, so that will be the secret word.
That fits the theme.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. And we'll say the first person to find the secret word and post it, they have to be the first one, and post it on the on your comment, will get one of the special digital accessories for the monkeys. And we are planning on doing something really cool for the digital accessories. And let me explain that.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Like, oh, great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, so how is it going to work with the digital accessories? This will actually be an update later today or tomorrow. It was the one that was going to be the update yesterday, but then Luke Stokes was just an awesome update, and so I had to put that out there. So it's already written, and we're already explaining it on the update. It's basically explaining how the kids, what does it mean when the kids get, a special digital accessory? Is it just something that the monkey, wears and then like, oh, okay, I'm kind of over it now? No, you actually, if you find, it's kind of like Steam Monsters with like common, accessories and limited accessories and then rare accessories. If you find a rare one and maybe you've had enough fun with it, and now you want to do something with it, you can either give it to your friend, just the same way that you would gift a Spunkee or a Steam Monsters card. Oh. You can trade it. If you see something that they have that you want and they want yours, you can actually trade it that way. Or you can sell it back to the monkey shop. Ooh. So based on how, rare the item is, you'll get a lot of monkey points. And the monkey points just add into more digs on the treasure map. So it does have value. It's not just, the fact that it's a cool item that you get to wear. When you're finally tired of sporting that, whatever item that you have that only you have,
right?
And it's time that you want to either give it away or sell it, you actually get to sell it back for,
so what do you,
if it's a rare thing, it might be a lot of monkey points.
What do you mean by sporting? Is it going to be on that family blog?
Uh-huh.
Really?
Yeah, so when they log into their Spunky Monkey account on our Spunky Monkey site, you can see that each one comes with a regular monkey avatar, and he's Bear. he's a monkey though. It's okay. There's no body parts that are showing or anything. He's just a monkey. And he has his kind of hands in certain positions to kind of display items that he'll have that you find on the treasure map. And then you also get to dress him. So let's say you get, a black hat one day, and the next day you find, a blue bandana, and the next day you find another black hat. Well, you can't, wear two black hats at the same time.
Right.
So what do you want to do with that black hat? Do you want to give it to your friend? Do you want to sell it back for points? Do you want to, trade it with somebody? And that encourages the kids to, actually go to see each other's monkey,
right,
monkey
interact
sites and monkey blogs, and they're like, oh, what do you have in your shop? I want to see that. Like, oh, I'll trade that with you, and so it just adds in another little bit of, elements of fun.
Well, and interacting
with... it also makes it something... Yeah, exactly. You're interacting with each other. And
you're interacting with people from all over the world. It's not, the next door neighbor kid. It's a way to learn about all the different countries and what the kids have to, live with every day. And I don't know. I just don't see a bad side of it. I mean, it's bringing back all the values that most of us grew up with.
Right.
Yeah. And bringing
all the best of it.
Yeah.
And it's like Jack said, and like you said earlier on, technology is not a bad thing, right? It's just the abuse of technology, I mean, technology is what makes me able to actually send a message, or talk to Jack right now, who's in New Zealand, and it's like, those kind of things are awesome. We want to keep the connection. We want to get rid of the disconnection that happens when we abuse it. So, I don't want to be one of those moms that's like, nothing at all, no screen time. I just think we need to get into this, stage of technology where we learn balance. It's not about, throwing out the baby with the bathwater. It's about taking it and learning how to use it appropriately, and knowing when to put it down, when to pick it up, when to enjoy it, and when to take a break. So it's all that balance and learning how to,
but that's
to embrace it and not be addicted to it.
Yeah, but that's life in everything, though.
Exactly. Exactly.
Wink, hint, hint. It's Australia, not New Zealand.
It's Australia, and he's actually in Croatia.
I was thinking of Andy, and I tease Andy all the time for being in Australia. And she's like, hey, I'm in New Zealand. So now I'm going to have to start teasing you about being in New Zealand.
Come on.
When in reality, he's actually in neither right now.
Right, which makes it even funnier.
Right now, physically, but yeah.
Where are you? Where are you right now?
You can hear the European accent.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Hey, what are you talking about?
It's hard to still though.
What was
I
it?
have another cool announcement. I don't know if you guys know who Mimi Las Vegas is, but she works for Da Vinci, and she translates. And so she was kind of saying, I'm going to talk to my boss about getting the site translated into different, languages. Ooh. So that we can even, spread the message even farther. So I'm like, wow. This is just so cool. I have two favorite stories, and I will tell them quickly. One is one that I heard probably, later in life, maybe, I don't know, not so late, but maybe like 10, 15 years ago. And it's about a little boy walking along the beach. It's a common story. You've probably heard it, but it was after a storm, and there's all these starfish that are on the sand, and they are away from the water, and they're drying up and they're dying. And so he just keeps picking them up and throwing them back into the ocean, picking them up and throwing them back in the ocean. And there's an older man walking towards him, and he's very jaded with life and looking at the boy and just shaking his head because he just thinks, look at all the thousands of starfish on this beach, And so he finally comes up to the boy and he says, why are you doing this? Don't you see that what you're doing is just so meaningless? It doesn't even make a difference. Why do you care? Why does it matter? And he picks up, the little boy doesn't miss a trick. He just picks up the next and he throws it back in the ocean and goes, it mattered to that one. And so I love that because it shows the importance of making a difference in the one person's life. And then the other, one of my favorite stories I've actually been looking for this particular version that I've seen it. I saw it when I was in second grade. I used to read this book all the time. But I can't find it on Amazon because there's so many versions of this book. I can't find the one that I really wanted. But it's called Stone Soup. And
I love that.
Totally.
I love that book.
It's like my favorite. And I love the concept of like, you come with what you have, you know, and you don't judge what somebody else has. You don't try to compare it. When you bring your specific, you know, well, I guess I should tell it for anybody who doesn't know.
Yeah.
It's a story of a soldier who comes to a village and he has a little like smooth rock, clean rock. And he comes to each person in the village and he says, he's hungry and he's very ingenious. And so he says, I'm going to be making stone soup, you know, come to the village square and I'll show you how we make stone soup. You know, and he shows them the stone, and each person, he says, well, you know, but I don't have the pot. Why don't you bring the pot? He tells the next person, well, I don't have any carrots though. So I'll bring the stone, you bring the carrots, and so will bring, you know, the pot. And he goes to each person in the neighborhood, and basically at the end, they all come together and they fill this massive pot with soup that feeds the whole village. And it just, you know, it's the way that he connected people, you know, and showed them that, you know, by yourself, you only have carrots. By yourself, you only have, you know, maybe some celery. But all together, you know, we end up cooking this concoction, and it blesses the whole entire village. So those are my two favorite stories. Maybe that'll be a second secret question. What are my two favorite stories? The starfish story and stone soup. And if anybody can get that one all the way at the end.
I was going to say, yeah.
If anybody gets that one, then I will do 20 SBI for that one.
There you go. That's a lot.
So, yeah, we'll put it out there for them.
I love that book. I used to get that one out of the library all the time when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew it by heart.
I can totally see.
Yeah.
I can totally see, like, the illustrations.
Yeah.
And I found, you know, there's so many versions of it on Amazon that I can buy.
Oh, is there? There's not like an old 1960s version?
Yeah. I'm thinking, hey, you, I wasn't in second grade in 1960.
Okay, well, okay, so whatever. I didn't say you were that old. I didn't mean to insinuate that. But we always, like in school, had old books, and that wasn't one of the old ones because it had the older illustrations.
Bluefin,
yeah, this one was, maybe it was like 1980s, maybe. I don't know. I'll have to like start.
Okay, no, it's not 1980 because I'm older than you, and I read it when I was a kid.
Bluefin, save the day.
No, I'm saying my version.
Oh,
the particular version.
That could be.
Yeah.
That could be, because mine was from like I don't know the original version. Whatever. I'm older than you by a lot.
Was it like, I figured it was a really like, you know, old story that had just been rewritten like multiple times, but I don't know how old the actual story is.
I don't know.
You know?
Now I'm
like,
going to have to look. Because the one I read when I was a kid was the illustrations were old. You know, they were the older,
right?
Real in-depth ink drawings, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Not the cutesy.
There's versions of it. I'm looking now. The earliest versions are the 1400s.
Okay, I'm not that old.
All right.
Just to put that out there, I am not quite that old.
Well, there we
was
go.
in second grade.
Exactly. Okay, so now I'm looking it up on Amazon again to see if we could find it.
And yes, Shadows,
anyway,
I feel like it sometimes, but I really am not. I know I have a tendency to forget how old I am, but But after next month, I won't forget for a year. Because it's an easy number.
Is next month your...
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Beginning of the month.
Birthday party coming up.
Yeah, I'll still be down in Florida.
So how long are you planning on staying there?
Actually, I'm
So your
here
mom doesn't need
until the 15th of February. My son is coming in on the 12th. So, and then he'll be here for a couple months, and then hopefully by then she'll be able to live on her own.
Yeah.
Knock on wood. So, well, I think we'll wrap this up. And it takes a little bit for it to show up on, well, you can, I know yesterday, if you clicked on the video, it was there. But then after like a couple hours, if you just went to, if you went to YouTube, you could actually get the link then to share it. So it takes a couple hours for it to render. So, but whatever. I mean, it'll be there. If anybody wants.
And on all these posts that are coming, and on the YouTube, down in the description, there will be links to Foundation and links to the Kickstarter, and you name it, all the links that you need to make sure that you can pitch in and make this project happen, and make it come to life, and make all these kids out there, have a good day and enjoy their time on the computers. They'll be there. So all you need to do is just scroll down, click on those links, and do your bit.
Right. Totally.
Awesome. Thank you, Snook, and thank you, Jack, for what you did here today. It meant a lot to me. I think you know that. And I love you so much. Thank you.
We love you too. I love you. But you know that.
Oh, man, I'm blushing.
And thank you for everybody who came, of course. Shadows, Sarah, Bluefin, Carpe Diem was here. Fundition, of course. Thank you for all your support for being here. And I don't know if I saw anybody else, but thanks. That was awesome.
It was. Okay, I'm turning it off. So everybody say bye.
Oh.
Bye.
Bye.